I was there, but I couldn't touch. When the first page burned, a language fell silent. I remember almost nothing. I can't tell how many centuries have passed. Sometimes a scent lingers behind, the smell of burning parchment, for instance. Sometimes a sound, half a forgotten sentence, half drowned in silence. But there was a city, I cannot forget it. A speaking city, where ideas walked its streets and wisdom drifted across its walls. Baghdad. There, the sun rose each morning not over the minarets, but from between the pages of books. And then, one day came. The only thing I remember about that day, everything was utterly still. But beneath that stillness, a hum hid. Time flowed heavier that day, as if even the sky held its breath. Baghdad, the heart of the world. It was more than stone walls, minarets, and marketplaces. Baghdad thought. Ideas strolled its streets. A question left by one was answered 3 alleys over by another. Writing turned into thought, thought into people, people into time itself. But that morning, something was different. The wind was neither warm nor cold. The wind was uneasy. There was a dread suspended over the city. No one was speaking yet, but everyone knew. Something was coming. The form of long, whispered rumors had finally arrived. The Mongols. When the most merciless army beneath the sky reached Baghdad's gates, it raised its sword not just against people, but against knowledge itself. I was there, but I was nothing. No hands to reach, no voice to warn. I could only watch. I turned toward Dar al-Hikma. This was the work of 1,000 years. Greek wisdom translated into Arabic. Indian astronomy laid beside Persian poetry. Medicine and philosophy shelved in harmony. Every answer lay there, or perhaps every question. In the courtyard stood a boy, 12, maybe 13. His cloak stained with ink, in his eyes, fear or wonder. He was straightening a page, brushing dust with his fingertips, his fingers drifting gently along the lines. He wasn't reading the book, he was understanding it. And in the corner of that page, barely legible, faded a title. Zaman al-Bai, the time that follows. There was no such book, not yet. A scholar approached him. He opened a thick, leather-bound cover. I could not hear their whispers, but the boy's eyes flared. He had learned something. It showed. At that moment, I thought, this city was not just a home for people. It was a home for books. And here, certain books found their voice for the first time. Certain sentences, their first existence. And then, a distant tremor, a door smashed open. A cry shattered the air. A sword descended. Then, flame. And then, silence. Not the ordinary kind, the silence of annihilation. That moment when it's already too late. Their al-Hikma caught fire. When the first book hit the ground, it was as if a heart stopped. When the first page ignited, a voice was silenced forever. The smoke in the air was more than soot. It was the lament of words burning into ash. The fire did not scream. It whispered, as if each parchment was saying, "Why didn't you save me?" And then I saw books being thrown into the Tigris, all of them, hundreds of thousands of works, science, poetry, history, ink swirling into water. On the first day, the river darkened, black as grief, as if the Tigris mourned script. Not water, but knowledge flowed. On the second day, it ran red, for then the people became the target. But there was a moment, time itself seemed to pause. That boy, I never saw him again. But later, by the riverbank, on a stone, I found a soaked yet unburned manuscript. Its pages trembled in the wind, and on it, just one line remained. Knowledge fades with time, but sometimes time itself erases knowledge. I was there. I could not touch. I could not prevent it, but I saw. And now I tell you this: humanity doesn't fall with a city. But when you burn knowledge, even falling may feel like a mercy.